11 winners have emerged so far in the Eric Cares giveaway campaign. On board the Lagos Owerri flight, Ugoji Princess Ijoma became the 11th prize winner in the reward promo. She went home with a 50-inch 3D smart television that was presented by the flight crew. Eric Air says that this initiative is a program that rewards passengers for their loyalty through the years.
Eric Air says customers are at the heart of his business, and so on board this Lagos Owerri flight, the Eric Air special giveaway promo is on. A passenger picks a winning ticket at his draw. Ugoji Princess Ijoma, a master's student at the Kingston University London, is the lucky winner, and the prize, a 50-inch 3D smart television. When the presentation is over, she says it's nothing short of a surprise.
Honestly, I'm so happy. I didn't expect it though, but I'm really very happy and surprised as well. Eric, thank you very, 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 very much.
There are also 10 previous winners in this promo. On the Lagos-Uyo route, Mrs. Abasia Manam Effiong won a 3D Blu-ray Tall Boy home cinema system on December 31. Nneka Audu won an iPad Air on the Lagos-Abuja flight on November 4. A Lenovo laptop went to Mr. Olivia Fruit on the Port Harcourt-Lagos flight of November 10. Mr. Leno Adesoya won an iPhone 6s on board the Lagos-Abuja flight of November 13. Mr. Ahmad Sufan is the winner of a Sony 20-megapixel camera on board the Lagos-Warri flight of November 17. The Lagos-Kano flight of November 24 saw Mr. Abdullahi Gigi winning a Beats by Dre studio headphone. Mrs. Beatrice Inzego won a premium set of Harman Kardon wireless speakers on the Lagos-Jos flight on December 4. For Mr. Obiora Okoyo, it was a Lenovo laptop on the Lagos-Calabar flight on December 8. Miss Miriam Oruwense won an iPad Air on the Lagos-London route on December 9. And Mr. Vincent Ogogbulem won a 3D Blu-ray home cinema system on the Benin-Lagos flight on December 11. The Eric Cares campaign started on November 4, 2015 and will run till January 31, 2016.
And back to New Year celebrations in South Africa, the President, Jacob Zuma, in his New Year message, thanked the people for their active engagement in the cause of nation building. He also reminded them that more work is required in 2016 as there are challenges. South Africans heralded 2016 1 hour ahead of Nigerians, and thousands of people joined various gatherings for the New Year countdown. Our correspondent Pt.3 reports from Johannesburg.
From the city squares to religious spaces, revelers and worshippers alike were out in their thousands to usher in the New Year.
We wish you all the best for 2016, a fruitful and prosperous new year.
That is 2016. I just want to say in French that we are so happy. Merci beaucoup. Bonne année.
And with that, we close the chapter called 2015. For South Africa, many parts of the world, a year of many headliners and newsmakers. Hashtag activism and indeed people power.
The consensus is that the majority of this country are not xenophobic.
How I wish I became head of state when I became a governor, just a few years. But now it's 72. There is a limit to what I can. But what?
We are saying, hands off our president.
Johannesburg, South Africa, here is wishing you a most fulfilling 2016. Back to Dibia, Channels Television News.
Well, it was all jubilation as the world welcomed the year 2016. In Bethlehem, revelers cheered the sight of a giant Peeps chick descended from the sky as hundreds of people turned out to celebrate. A 38-kilogram Peeps was lowered after sunset. It was till 2015 when the large chick touched the ground, but then that didn't dampen the celebration.
It was all jubilation as the world welcomes the year 2016. People literally threw their sorrows behind them. Revelers cheered the sight of a giant Peeps chick descending from the sky as hundreds of people turned out to celebrate. The giant's 38-kilogram Peeps was lowered after sunset. It was still 2015 when the large chick touched the ground, but that didn't dampen the celebration. Fireworks display were seen near the London Eye at midnight local time on Friday as people celebrated the arrival of 2016 along the River Thames. Many Brazilians followed the traditional custom of skipping over 7 waves, throwing flowers into the ocean, and making wishes. Over 2 million people flocked to Rio de Janeiro's Copacabana beach to enjoy fireworks display, celebrating the Brazilian city's Olympic year. Fireworks lit up the midnight sky across Dubai on Thursday as thousands of revelers celebrated the new year. The show was held despite a raging fire at the nearby Address Hotel near Burj Khalifa, the world's tallest tower, which occurred just hours before the fireworks display. More than 1 million people packed into New York City's Times Square under heavy security on Thursday to celebrate the arrival of 2016 with the traditional dropping of the New Year's Eve crystal ball. The transition to the new year was marked by the descent of the traditional light crystal ball from atop a skyscraper amid fireworks and showers of confetti at the center of the famed Manhattan Crossroads. With memories of the deadly attack in Paris and California still fresh, police took extraordinary measures to ensure security at an event that has come to define the New York experience for many visitors to the largest U.S. city. Parisians celebrated in sobriety and togetherness. Security was beefed up in the capital with more personnel deployed in the city and its suburbs. Revelers had their bags checked and were kept back by barriers under the watchful eye of a line of policemen. "2016 is here and everyone is hopeful."
Many thanks, Gimba. Time now for some sports news. English Premier League club side Watford have confirmed that striker Odion Ighalo isn't for sale. Ighalo has been one of the revelations of the season following his exploits in front of goal. The Nigerian international has scored 14 Premier League goals, one short of the top scorer who has 15. Watford are currently 9th in the league table, and they will welcome Manchester City at Vicarage Road tomorrow, Saturday. Meanwhile, Manchester City manager Manuel Pellegrini believes his squad is complete, but wouldn't completely rule out a new signing during the transfer window this month. Will City begin the new year with an away fixture against the 9th place Watford on Saturday, and that's tomorrow. Well, City's return of 36 points from their first 19 matches of the season is their lowest since the 2009-2010 season, when their side finished 5th eventually.
Well, maybe at the beginning of the season can be a surprise, same as Leicester. But when you play already 19 games, half of the season, and you see that, talking about Watford or about Leicester, that they continue playing in a good way, it's because they have important players in a good moment with high performance, and managers are doing very well their job. Yes, of course, we're in a good position. Always the best position is to be at the top of the table. But I think that this season is a special Premier League. Maybe with the amount of points that we have in this moment, it's not good to try to fight for the title in a normal season when you finish normally for 56, 55, 53 points in front.
Well, Chelsea interim manager Guus Hiddink has refused to speculate on what role a legendary former striker Didier Drogba would fill if he were to return to the club from MLS outfit Montreal Impact. Drogba, who watched the win over Sunderland alongside Hiddink and owner Roman Abramovich in December last year at Stamford Bridge, is believed to have been offered a role at the club as either a coach or an ambassador.
So I'm following him around the well. Well, it depends also on the player himself. I think you should give them time and opportunities to find out what the best is for them. It might be in the coaching staff. It might be, I don't know, ambassador is kind for me too official. You function. I think those guys they need to go into the squad and help younger players, old players with their huge experience. So I'm not in favor of a big ambassador and traveling around the world with a tie. That's what I don't like. I think they must and give their huge experience to especially the young kids, and helping out the older ones when there's some trouble whatsoever in their career.
Cameras off, then let's move to this.
Rafa Nadal and Milos Raonic will meet in the final of the Mubadala World Tennis Championship in Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates. Nadal overcame fellow Spaniard David Ferrer 6-3, 6-7, 6-3 in a hard-fought encounter at the exhibition tournament. Nadal dominated the first set, breaking Ferrer twice en route to a 6-3 score. The second set was far more competitive, and Ferrer fought his way back into the contest, leveling the match after a 7-4 tie-break victory. Nadal then took control of the third set early, racing to a 3-love lead, before eventually claiming the victory against Ferrer's serve. Raonic stunned Switzerland's Stan Wawrinka 7-5, 7-5 to progress to the final. And that's a wrap in sports news. I'm Ayo Tunde Balogun Gimba. Umar will be back with the rest of the news at 10.